This is the Civilian Marksmanship Program Garand match held at the Lone Oak Rifle and Pistol Club on Saturday, 4 June 2016. I've made videos of Garand matches before, giving an overview of the rules and showing what goes on in one. Probably the best example is the one I made of the match held at Clark Rifles on 14 May 2011. A link to that video is in the description below. For this video, I'll be showing what happens on the other end of the range when proper target pits are available. First, let's establish the conditions. The CMP Garand match is usually held at 200 yards on the standard SR target. That black spot looks pretty big when you're standing next to it, but at 200 yards, it's smaller than the width of your front sight. Using a spotting scope to pick out a 30 caliber hole at that distance has always been difficult for me, so it's worth the trip to come to this club and use their target pits. Here's why. The shooters are divided into relays, ideally 3, though 2 will suffice. While one relay shoots, another behind the firing line keeps score, and the third works the target pits, marking each shot as it occurs. The relay in the pits watches carefully for the bullet holes to appear in the targets. When your target is hit, you pull it down, note the counterweight arrangement, and insert 2 markers. The first marker is black or white to contrast which part of the target was hit. This goes directly into the bullet hole. The second marker goes around the edge of the target, its location indicating the scoring value. These locations have recently been changed, though many clubs are still using the older pattern. Instructions are on the back of the official scorecards. The match director should make this clear to the shooters before the match begins. Here is video of a slow fire stage. The scorer waits until the hole appears, then quickly pulls the target down, puts the marker discs in their correct positions, and patches the hole from the previous shot. To save time, a paster of the correct color should be in hand as soon as the target is raised from scoring the last shot. Rapid fire stages are necessarily different. A typical rapid fire stage is 10 shots in 80 seconds, with 1 mandatory reload along the way. The match directors, in this case by radio, tell the scorers when to raise the targets to begin the stage and when to lower them when the time has elapsed.
Okay. 80 seconds, huh? 80 seconds. Toss them up to 30. Some people put me where I grab it, the grip with my hands.
I extend my thumb outward and use that as a point to measure against my nose.
Okay, pull them.
To score the rapid fire stage, smaller markers are inserted into all 10 holes, again contrasting the color of the target. At this club, these markers have a pin on each side, one for 22 caliber like modern AR-15s and M16 service rifles, and the other for 30 caliber. The scores are then written on a large piece of butcher paper or a chalkboard, large enough to be seen through a spotting scope from the firing line. This score sheet is attached to the side of the target so as not to obscure the marker discs for the bullet holes. The targets are then raised again for scoring. When the firing line indicates they have recorded all the scores, the targets are lowered and patched for the next stage. When it is your turn to work the pits, you have a responsibility to do so both accurately and quickly. Back up range, the shooter is on the clock, typically 1 minute per shot for the slow fire stages. If the target is not scored and returned quickly, it can break the shooter's concentration and disrupt his pace. If the scoring is not accurate, the outcome of the entire match can be disputed. Proper target pits are a great advantage in match shooting and, in my experience, a rare privilege at most gun clubs. Understand how fortunate you are to be able to use such targets and perform your duties in the pits accordingly. I'll close this video with some of the rapid-fire prone stage. I'm in the middle in the red shirt, but in the foreground is regular shooter Mr. R, who often wins these matches if he tries. Today he was using a Krag Jorgensen rifle, which I will call a Model 1892, but I could be wrong. The Krag was obsolete the day it was adopted, as German-designed Mausers and Russian Mosins had already introduced stripper clip loading, while the Krag used loose cartridges.
The targets rise.
You can see how quickly I reload my M1 with an 8-shot clip. Behind me is another shooter using an M1903 Springfield derived from the Mauser. He also reloads quickly with a Mauser-style stripper clip. The Krag, however, must be loaded with individual rounds through its loading gate. In competition, this is an obvious disadvantage. In battle, it can get a man killed. This disadvantage against German-designed clip-loading Mauser rifles in the Spanish-American War led directly to the dismissal of the Krag from American service and its replacement with the Springfield. Anyway, the Krag is a beautifully made rifle and an important piece of American history, with many variations for collectors. I thought my audience might enjoy seeing one in action, next to its replacement and that rifle's replacement, 3 generations of American service rifles firing together. The Civilian Marksmanship Program sponsors or endorses matches like this all over the country. Completion of an official CMP match enables you to purchase military surplus rifles like the Springfield and Garand. Find a CMP-affiliated club near you at the CMP website, thecmp.org.